What is humor? It's an unconventional perception of the world with standard given values. You might remember how little children laugh, how they burst into laughter for any reason or even no reason at all.
And what do events actually consist of?
If, for example, you see a person who seems normal, but some, well, really bad things are happening to them, you just haven't looked inside their head and seen their thoughts.
We have the next question about humorous intelligence. Does it exist?
No.
There is
There
no
is
humorous
creative, and that is it.
It is
That is all.
maybe.
Creative intelligence shapes humor. Humor is always intense inner tension, which we can release through aggression, strokes, or heart attacks, or through humor.
Is it possible or necessary, or how do we develop a sense of humor in children? That is, if we have concluded that it is creative intelligence, when can it appear in a child's life and appear as humor?
Look, what is humor? It is a non-standard perception of the world given standard values. That is when we take and change our angle of perception of the world, stopping looking at it the way most people do. The better we are at changing our perspective on what is happening, the higher the level of humor and the transitions from level to level, without the need for any serious physical transformations in our bodily kinesthetic intelligence. And that means the ability to live longer, feel better, and be at your best. But you need to understand that there is sarcasm, which comes from aggression, resentment, and envy. And it is not humor. It is a destructive principle that works.
It can only be defined if you have a sense, not even sensitivity, but a sense. Because you can have even like really, really dark sarcasm and humor, but you can sense that the person loves you very much and is doing it out of love. So, out of love, you can perform surgery in such a way that the person recovers. Or you can simply cut a person, and that is it. They will die. So, it is a question of one's inner state. That is how it is.
Should we develop a sense of humor and creativity in children?
Definitely. I mean, they need support when they try to make jokes.
Laughter.
And as for laughing, guys, well, kids, you remember, right? Children are transformers. Why do they laugh? We haven't touched on this topic, but we need to address this point right now, that children are born as boys and girls, but energetically, they are genderless until puberty. Because the amount of energy and information being downloaded is so vast, and it always requires two energies, male and female, that if they became boys and girls right away, they would all be morons. Every single one of them would be a moron. They wouldn't be able to, master even 1,000th part of this world that exists, yet they master it at such a speed that, wow.
And one of the signs of this rapid learning is, you can recall how small children laugh, how they giggle, and they laugh, damn it, for any reason. And even without a reason, they can invent one for themselves and laugh. They can laugh just because you looked at them suddenly, or, looked away, or, covered your face with your palms and then opened it. And they will laugh, just wow.
Because at this moment, a colossal amount of information is being loaded. He moves from one level to another while being so small. And when we leave, go into the state of man and woman, we limit our access to information a great deal. And that is where we have to use all these intelligences. They save us. They are like a shoulder to lean on. Yes.
You said that event intelligence does not exist, that events are what?
Look, here is the situation. When we have a combination of thoughts, emotions, feelings, and actions, they create an environment and the opportunity for events to occur, shaped by these thoughts, these emotions, these feelings, and these actions.
If, for example, you see a person who seems normal, but they are going through some really bad events, you just haven't looked inside their head and seen their thoughts. Those thoughts were mainly the cause of the big troubles that are happening to them.
So, even someone said here, yeah, let's write like positive comments. This is what is called eco-friendliness, right? We can here. I know that when we clean, my employees clean the comments on YouTube. Many don't clean, but we do. Why? It's like tidying up at home.
Because he comes up and just starts calling names. I mean, he has no arguments. He has any views. He just starts telling who you are. That's all. But also in the epithets, now you're one animal, now you're another animal, now you're in a third state. Well, that's it. He finds it fun to work in this state, basically. By the way, it makes, again, we will say, social or rational intelligence.
Well, these are two minds that can allow themselves such a thing. Most likely, this person has social intelligence.
To use rational intelligence, you need argumentation, you need logic, you need a sequence of thoughts. And many people don't grow enough to, put 2 and 2 together to get 4. It's too difficult. It is easier to take some position, left, right, correct, or incorrect, and use it to brand others, because that requires no intelligence at all.
And what, in principle, do events consist of?
Events are formed by energies so that a person receives lessons or transitions to the next level. That is all, nothing more. Lessons or transitions to the next level. That is all. That is all.
From energy. Energy is also a combination of his intelligence's work, on a sensory level, of love.
Listen, let's put it this way. Everything is energy. It just has different qualities. Right. There is kinetic, there is potential, and, there are many different kinds. And everything depends on what state it is in and what its potential is, right?
And so, when something is in process, energy manifests. When it is, sort of static, it is still there, but it is not working.
And all the energies that work for us are always two things. There are more, but I will name the two main ones, black holes and gravity. That is all.
Gravity is a combination of energies per unit of time, present in space and perceived by us. By us. He's not there, but our perception wants to see, feel, and hear it, because we have a set of knowledge that interacts with it.